Dear friends, today I'm planning to make a tandoori chicken. This is on the grill I want to make, not really on the oven, but here I want to do a tandoori chicken with a slight variation. I'm going to show you when we get onto the grill there. So I also pre-marinated this chicken. Basically tandoori chicken, what we do is like we marinate this, skew them and put them onto the skewers and put it onto the hot tandoor oven, which is like close to 700 to 800 degrees inside the tandoor for about 20 minutes or 25 minutes, and then slightly top it up with some butter so that all the juices stays inside. So here I marinated. I thought of taking some video during the marination, but time did not permit me, so I have to marinate this. And this is almost like a I marinated this around 2 hours before. If you want, you can marinate even more than that. So let me just go through the process of slightly how I marinated this. Initially what I did is like I cleaned all the chicken. So for this I bought some chicken leg quarters and also the chicken bone, chicken breast piece with the bone in. So that's more important here. The bone in is what makes really the tandoori chicken very flavorful. So cleaned all the chicken, removed all the fat. That's also important, otherwise the fat gets burned on the grill and it turns dark very fast. So after cleaning the chicken, put some salt, some lemon and some chili powder and mix, and also some little bit ginger garlic paste, and mix it thoroughly so that it gets. And also I also actually did some slits on the chicken when during the cleaning, so that the marination goes inside. I'll show you when I'm starting skewering this, putting it to the skewers. After that I let it sit that one for almost like a 15 to 20 minutes so that all the lemon goes inside the chicken. That makes a lot of flavor difference. Adding the lemon while marination, it's like you will see a lot of flavor difference for sure. Then to make the marinade, I bought some store-bought tandoori masala. Into that I added some cumin powder, coriander powder, chili powder a little bit, very light on salt because I already added salt ahead of time. Then based on your spice you adjust the chili powder, and then I added some food color, red color, because tandoori chicken is red in color, or some places it's orange. So this time I want to try it red color, okay, with some yogurt. All those I mixed them, and I took each chicken piece and then applied it very nicely into all the cuts we did, and so that it goes. And this chicken is getting marinated, marinated for the past 2 hours. If you want, you can keep it overnight too, that even tastes good, but I already applied some lemon. Lemon has some acid, so it cooks. It gets marinated because of the acidity of the lemon. So another thing is, like, many of you may be cooking tandoori chicken in the oven, and I want to show you a little bit different process how I'm going to make it on the grill. The reason is I'm not going to make this rest directly on the grill, okay? Because in India, tandoori chicken, they never put it on top of something. All they do is they take to the skewers and they put it in center of the grill, in center of the hot tandoor oven, which actually gets cooked round. So here, I don't have the tandoor oven, and also the tandoori chicken, when it's cooked on the coal, is completely different flavor, no doubt, but unfortunately I don't have the coal grill, so I'm doing this way. Okay, so let me go ahead and start skewering this one. Okay, yep. To the skewer, so I use metal skewers here, which is actually, it's recommended for this kind of cooking. But if you want, you can use the wooden skewers, but make sure your skewers are thick and also soaked very well, maybe for a couple of hours, otherwise they are going to get burned. Okay, so because we are going to cook it directly on the direct heat, almost. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, for every quarter, I'm going to see if I can put 2 skewers, so that it's easy for me to rotate, so that kind of thing. If it's one skewer, then the chicken is going to fall here and there. So let me start skewering this. So this, let me mix it once again to ensure like all the spices gets into each of every chicken. So these are the leg quarters. I got it from Publix. Of course, they had a lot of fat, which I have to clean it up. So yeah, take it like this. I mean, some people what they do is they do this marinade and put it directly onto the oven, into the oven. If you don't have grill, you can do that, and when you put onto the oven, also see if you can, instead of putting like this onto a plate like this, if you have something deep where the piece won't actually touch the bottom, then that comes up very nicely. Okay, so let me skewer this. So I'm going to do this. It's not easy though. So I'm going to skewer like this. So if you see, it keeps rotating like this. So that's the reason I want two skewers. I want this one to be on the two skewers so that when I put it on the grill, it's easy to manage. So I'm just making sure like one skewer goes on top of the bone and the other one goes on the bottom of the bone. So if it's like this, yeah. So I'm going to put this now, the chicken won't rotate, and if I want it on the other side, I can easily place it like this. So I'm going to skewer all these chicken pieces, and then wash my hands and start the grill. And I'm going. So friends, this is what I was telling about, like cooking a little bit different on the grill. So generally what I do is, generally what many people does is like they put the chicken on the grill. Yeah, that's one way to do it, I agree. But here I don't really want to get the chicken burn on the grill. I don't want the grill mark. So what I'm doing here is like pretty much the grill is getting hot. Okay. So I'm going to put those skewers, like I just want to show you with the sample wooden skewer. So like this, so that now the chicken won't really touch the grill and still comes cooking from the fire. It's basically kind of a rotisserie chicken. So but there are a couple of things we need to consider here. Things like your grill has to go almost close to 700 to 800 degrees, because that's what the tandoor oven temperature is. So once the grill goes there, put your chicken and reduce the flame so that the masalas won't get burned. Okay, and let the chicken cook somewhere around 300 to 400 degrees, and it cooks a little bit longer time. If it's a charcoal grill, then it's completely a different story. You can do. So by the way, what are these? Are nothing but these are the bricks. Okay, I can even just put the bricks straight away like that. But here what I did is I did a slight variation of the bricks. I used a silver foil because the bricks, when it has some kind of sand or anything, I don't want that to come into my food. So that's the reason I covered all the bricks. So now let the grill go to 700 degrees, then I'll show you how to put it onto the grill. And right now close to almost 700. The grill is almost close to 700 degrees. I'm going to start putting these things. So just be careful with your hands. Okay, not to get yourself burned. Okay, so if you see that really the chicken is not touching the grill, that's more important here. Okay. Put all the leg quarters one side. Ensure that there is a proper spacing. I'm going to adjust those with the tongs because it's really hard. I cannot really touch that now. So I'm going to start putting this and then adjust that. these are actually breast pieces, so it can be like that, not a problem. Let me just wash my hands and come back.
Skewers kalkunnanada.
It's getting cooked. I just turned it, okay, and I bought some ghee to do a final touch-ups, but just making it heat. So it's almost like 15 minutes by this time we kept, and make sure it's so hot, so just ensuring like it's not getting burned, food is not getting burned, at the same time it's getting cooked. And just to keep it juicy, I have some marinade which was left over. This is not really mandatory, but I'm just giving it a light touch up so that it won't run out of the masala and it still stays juicy. I'm going to give it a single touch up. Just butter, it's almost cooked. You can see, I'll just show you the temperature in a few seconds. You can see. So friends, this is pretty much done. I'm going to take this out just to ensure like the grilling temperature is right. I mean the inside temperature. I just put it there and it's close to 170, and that's it. I'm going to turn the grill off and take the off of the grill. You can. Okay. So here you go. So the skewers are hot, just make sure that you don't get yourself burned. And inside I'm going to plate this once I take it inside. You can see the chicken grill, the tandoori chicken. You don't have the grill marks, at the same time you have all the chicken. This is a little bit burned, but that's a tandoori. Finally the tandoori chicken is ready. So you can see that like that's what I told initially. When you don't touch it to the grill grates, you don't see the grill marks. This is like a real tandoori. So that's the reason I put the bricks on the grill. There you go. So I'm just garnishing with a little bit of lemon, the little bit of onion and some lemon. And there you go. So let's try a small piece. So here you go. Going to cut this. You can see like the juices. You can see that, right? The tandoori chicken. There you go. I want to squeeze a little bit lemon on top of this. Tandoori chicken on the grill. Chef's expression. Wow. It's spicy. It's really spicy. Not sure if kids are going to eat this or not. So there you go. Enjoy, my friends. Okay.